Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Newcastle United. Today we are going to be up against Swansea and the second leg of the Europa League quarter-final against Real San Sebastian, in brackets Real Sociedad if we actually had a proper name fix. We've played 3 matches in between episodes and we've done pretty well. We started off with possibly one of the weirdest results. The 4-0 victory against Aston Villa isn't that weird. The fact that Joe Willock scored twice and got an assist is the weird part. Also, Eduardo Romero, I don't even know, where is he from? Argentina, possibly? The striker, scoring his first goal for the club. Jamie Shackleton also getting on the score sheet. It was a very weird game, that one. Then, against Crystal Palace, Eduardo Romero should have scored himself a hat-trick. Unfortunately, we didn't do enough to get all 3 points against Crystal Palace, a team who, by the way, were bottom of the table at the time. And then, against Real San Sebastian, we win 2-1 in the first leg. We went 1-0 down, then Christ Charolais and Matteo Guendouzi pulled 2 goals back for us, which means as we go into the second leg in today's episode, we are in front, but only just. If we lose 1-0, we will be going out. We're going to start today's episode off up against Swansea in the league, so we're going to jump straight into that, because this is not going to be the main event of the episode. The starting lineup then for the Swansea game, we are playing the more offensive formation because Swansea is a team that we should probably beat. It's going to be Adnan in goal, Helinho, Zelaya, Munoz and Johan Mylard as that back 4. Lewis Cook, Guendouzi and Carlos Restrepo in the middle. The bad boy Bobby Mills on the right hand side. The golden boy Fite Arp on the left and Franco Di Matteo at the top of the front 3. I worded that really weirdly. He's our striker, basically. Swansea do have Rafael Santos Bor, formerly of Newcastle United. He scored 17 goals in 49 appearances, so he's just as prolific for them as he was for us. Probably a little bit more so for them. So something we need to keep an eye on. 44 seconds on the clock. We have ourselves an early highlight. Di Matteo in the area. Fite Arp is there. His effort hits the top of the bar, or hits the bar, not necessarily the top of the bar. Cross in from Helinho. Header clear from Danny Loader. Restrepo collects it. Lewis Cook forward. Bad boy Bobby Mills. Di Matteo's going to hopefully keep it in. He doesn't manage to do it. It's going to be a goal kick. Atal with a throw for Swansea. Melbourne gets tackled by Fite Arp. He's going to run down that left-hand side now. The German international keeps going down the left. He's cutting inside. He's got an option in front. He goes it alone himself. His effort is wide and or over. Maybe both. Free kick just outside the area. I'm not sure who this is. It's going to be Zelaya. The Paraguayan central defender goes for goal. It's a great save from the keeper. Zelaya keeps it in play. Going to get tackled. Yes, he does. Seeing some goal line technology. It didn't go in. They never go in. Throw for Swansea. Atal once again taking the throw. In the middle is Veladrez, who's going to run forward with the ball. Plays it on the ground. Rafael Santos Bor in the area. And of course he scores. Of course he scores against us. A former player scoring against Newcastle United. Who'd have thought? It's not like that happens every time you play a match on Football Manager. Mylard's throw to Lewis Cook. Restrepo, the Colombian in the middle. Plays it over the top. Fite up. Goes for goal on the half volley. His effort is wide of the post. We are not actually taking our chances. 6 chances so far. Just 1 on target, which was that Zelaya free kick. Another throw for Mylard. Restrepo gets it. Johan Mylard once again. The bad boy Bobby Mills on the right-hand side. Is he going to cross it? Plays it back to Mylard instead. Rolls it forward. Fite Arp is there. And once again, Fite Arp's header is over the bar. Half time, we are 1-0 down and we are doing everything but score a goal. Absolutely everything. Aggressively shout. I'm going to shout specifically at Fite Arp because you really haven't done anything. You've had a lot of chances, but not done anything. So, I'm not happy. No. Do I say unlucky? Maybe we'll go with that. Bad boy Bobby Mills as well. You can have a passionately go out there and show everyone what you're capable of. I don't know why I've done that. Just over the hour mark, we've got our first highlight of the second half. Johan Mylard's going to get himself sent off. Really, game? You absolute clown. Well, this formation is definitely not going to work, but we're going to have to go for it, aren't we? 3 at the back. Big Dids has come on for Helinho. I've also brought off Fite up because he's having a shocker. We brought on Marlon Charles. I'm tempted as well to bring on Eduardo Romero for Di Matteo, but I'm not quite sure yet. We'll give it a little bit more time. Throw for Marlon Charles. Di Matteo controls the edge of the area. Guendouzi with some space. Takes his time. Plays it back to Restrepo. Going to play it across. The bad boy Bobby Mills controls it. Just outside the area. Keeps coming inside. Is he going to cross it? Tries. Hits it straight into the first man and the ball is cleared. We're going to get it back forward though with Fernando Zelaya. Across to Cook. He doesn't manage to do it and now Veladrez can break for I nearly said Swindon. It's Swansea. Rafael Santos Bor is going to get a second of the game. It's a good save from Adnan. Danny Loader collects it. Loader has some pressure on him. The ball is gone off for a corner. Carvalho's corner comes in. Adnan comes out, claims it nice and comfortably. 20 minutes left to play. We're going to do Romero on for Di Matteo. We really shouldn't be losing this game. We should not be losing this game. We're going to go attacking to try and nick an equaliser. Well, we're going to finish the game with 9 men because Marlon Charles has gone and got himself injured. There's no point now. We've got 5 minutes left to play. It's going to be a defeat against Swansea, and that is not good. That is really not good. There's also a corner with 2 minutes left to play. Carvalho's corner is going to come in from that right-hand side if he ever decides to take it. There he goes. He does take it. Loftus-Cheek is there. Adnan kind of saves it. It's another corner. I don't know. We've got another highlight just before the end of the game. Restrepo's pass is absolutely appalling. Swansea can come forward. Valadres on the right-hand side. He's got an option as that right-back behind him. Does use Atal. Is he going to cross it in? He stops, tries to cross it in. It cannons off Guendouzi. It's going to be a throw. We've got 40 seconds left to play. The highlight will continue. We've got 9 men on the pitch right now. So if we get anything from this, we're still playing attacking as well. Guendouzi goes for a tackle, does win the ball. Valadres keeps it in play. Guendouzi, oh my word, they're going to score another, aren't they? Lewis Cook gets it, clears it upfield. Romero controls it. Is this the break? Is this the equaliser? If we can get an equaliser here, this is ridiculous. The bad boy Bobby Mills. Cook tries to find nobody. I don't know what that was. It's a 1-0 defeat. We really should have scored some goals, and then Mylard getting sent off and Charles getting injured kind of just put the final nails in the coffin. Marlon Charles is out for 2 to 3 weeks. That is not good. Zelaya is out for 1 to 3 days, which means he's probably going to miss the Atletico Madrid? What am I talking about? I can't speak at the moment. He's going to miss the Real San Sebastian game. Mylard is obviously suspended as well. Di Matteo can't seem to score a goal. And for some reason, we might be getting sacked. Why? I mean, I understand we're not doing particularly well. Match performances, it's an F. I think that's harsh, but right. Hold on, hold the phone here. Right, let's do something. So the last 5 games, Chole's been amazing. Although I dropped him because I didn't want him to play because he was absolutely shattered. Lewis Cook's been good. Romero's been good. Di Matteo apparently has been good, but isn't scoring goals. Guendouzi's been good. So players are actually doing all right. It's the other end of the scale. Fite up 6.6. Almada, 6.5. Lopez Bays hasn't played. The bad boy Bobby Mills. It's our wingers and strikers that don't seem to be doing anything. And if they don't do anything, we don't score goals. Fite up. So his last 2 matches, both 6.4s. Right, you're going to get a shouting at. Criticise recent form. I do this probably too often. You might actually get annoyed with me. You need to start playing a higher standard. I don't want to sit on the bench. Good. Well, that defeat means that we are currently 8th in the table, but we are just the first. Well, we're actually, I was going to say just the first. We are not. We're the first match on the Sunday, so pretty much everyone else has played. We're going to go forward now to the Real San Sebastian game, where hopefully we don't lose this one either. Welcome back then, and welcome to Spain, I guess, because we are playing Real San Sebastian in the Europa League quarter-final second leg. As I mentioned earlier, we are 2-1 up after the first leg. Does mean that they had scored an away goal. What we need to do is score a goal. If we can cancel out that away goal and still losing 2-1, not that I don't want to lose 2-1, but losing 2-1 then isn't the end of the world. If we lose 1-0, that is the end of the world because basically our season is over and then the next episode will just be the final game of the season. And with that in mind, we are going to play a bit more defensive. So we're playing the 5 at the back. It's going to be Adnan in goal, Henriks, Mylard, Munoz, Big Dids, and Helinho as that back 5. Lewis Cook and Christ Chole in the middle. Thiago Almada as that attacking midfielder. Do we do Almada? No, we don't. We go Joe Willock. Can't believe we're doing it, but we're going Joe Willock. Fite Arp and Franco Di Matteo as the strikers. Almada, as I've already mentioned, is on awful form. He hasn't done anything since the Wolves game where he got 3 assists. And then before then, he was awful against Schalke, awful against Chelsea, scored against West Ham, and then awful. I mean, he's having a pretty bad season to the point of where I'm probably going to look at replacing him in the summer. I don't know whether we're going to make our money back. We bought him for 30 million. He's worth 37. If we can get 40 for him, I'd say that's probably a reasonable sum. He's probably better than that, but he's just awful at football. Joe Willock, by the way, has convinced me to take him off the transfer list because of his recent performances. He actually got 3rd place player of the month. He played twice and scored 2 goals and got an assist. He got 3rd place player of the month. So I basically went, you know what, Joe? You've earned this. You're going to have another try. And so far, if we actually look at Joe Willock, he's not played a huge amount of football for us, but he's still not a bad footballer, is he? He's not a bad footballer. He's probably, like, we paid too much money for him, almost certainly. But in terms of league appearances, a 7.32 average rating, he's doing all right. Let's hope he can do a job against Real San Sebastian in the Europa League. Also, let's hope that we can have a much better performance against Real San Sebastian than we did against Swansea, because the Swansea game wasn't very good. I'd like Vite Art to score, because he's on a little bit of a goal drought. I'd like Di Matteo to obviously score as well, because he's also on a bit of a goal drought. Well, 25 minutes in, not a single highlight. We are having a lot of shots. There is a throw. Borja, maybe, with the ball. Ruiz crosses it in. It's a header clear from Cook, only as far as Sangali. Casemiro finds Ruiz on the left-hand side. Plays it forward to Borja. Ruiz again in the middle is a Robertone, and that is awful. If it stays this way, we're going out. That is not good. Robertone, Lucas Robertone. Is that how it's said? No idea. Doesn't matter. We're 1-0 down against Real San Sebastian. We need to find ourselves a goal now. And in order to do that, we're going to have to go positive. I've given him a quick shout as well, but this first half is nothing's happening. So, yeah, it's going to be 1-0 at half-time, and at this rate, we are going out of the Europa League. Assertively show me something else. Big Dids seemed stressed, demotivated. Okay, well, what we're actually going to do, going to have to go a little bit more attacking. Don't really have too much of an option. Adnam with a free kick just 2 minutes into the second half. Munoz to Big Dids. Big Dids, the Ivorian, to Munoz, the Spaniard. I think he's Spanish, isn't he? He's on loan from Barcelona. Cook to Cheole. Cheole's going to play it back to Didier Bamba. Bamba plays it on the ground. Finds Helinho on the left-hand side, who I think has recently scored his first goal for Brazil as a left-back. Willock in the middle to Cheole. He's going to run forward. Finds Vite up. Now Di Matteo back to Cheole. On that left-hand side, he's going to go. I was hoping he'd pass it. He didn't in the end. Lewis Cook has a little bit of time on the ball. Henriks into the area, tries to cross it in straight into a defender who manages to clear the ball. Mylard's going to bring it back very quickly, though. Cook across to Cheole. We've got some runners. On the right is Benjamin Henriks. If he can keep it in play, he does. We've got 4 or 5 in the box. Cross it in, please. He does. Di Matteo is there. And Franco Di Matteo has pulled us back into this tie and vitally has got us that away goal as well. They've just brought on Sadio Mane. We are how many years in? 8 years into this game, and Sadio Mane's just come on for Real Sociedad. I don't know how old he's going to be, if he's still going to be any good. Di Matteo's in on goal. Hold on. Franco Di Matteo's just put us in front. We are 4-2 up on aggregate. We are 2-1 up away from home. We've got the away goals. We've got the lead on aggregate. Even now, if we lose this one 3-2, we're still going through. Just a little change in formation, and everything seems to go our way. Helinho, however, is on a 6.3, so we're going to bring him off. Restrepo is going to come on. He's not the best left wing-back. Then again, nor is Helinho. Fitiarp's also going to come off. We're going to do Almada, because my assistant manager recommended Almada, so that's what we're going to go with. Throw for Mylard. Lewis Cook back to the Frenchman, Johan Mylard, who, if I'm honest, Johan Mylard probably isn't good enough to play for us. Joe Willock with the ball, runs forward, keeps going, does the Englishman, keeps going Joe Willock. Go on, buddy, do it. Do it for everyone. He's been tackled in the area, keeps hold of the ball. Restrepo to Cook. Cook has some space, he goes for goal. It's 3-1 on the night, 5-2 on aggregate. We are going through to a Europa League semi-final, and we're playing either Atletico Madrid or Lazio, if I'm not mistaken. Atletico Madrid are 2-0 up against Lazio. We're probably playing Atletico Madrid. Right, final sub of the game then. What do we do? Let's go Lewis Cook, the goal scorer for Matteo Guendouzi. That's more of a fitness concern than anything else. We are looking good for our lead, looking good to go through to the semi-final. There is still some action to go though. Sadio Mane back to Ruiz, who I think assisted the opening goal of the game. Forward is Borja. Now Ruiz once again tries to cross it to Robertone, who does get the ball, who was the first goal scorer for the match. Casemiro and Robertone pass him. Piaka, he has to go back. We're putting a lot of pressure on them. They're not actually going anywhere. So if we can nick the ball away, then potentially a counter-attack is on. They played it forward, a header down. Henriks now with the ball for us. Willock, lovely long ball to Di Matteo. If he puts this in, he gets himself a hat-trick. Keeps the ball in play after the keeper saves it. It's been battered into the back of Di Matteo. It's going to be a goal kick. It's going to end 3-1 on the night. It's 5-2 on aggregate. We are going to be playing Atletico Madrid in the Europa League semi-final. I can't quite believe we've managed to get this far in this competition. So Atletico Madrid beat Lazio 3-1 on aggregate. I don't really... They're good, aren't they? They're definitely going to be good. Their key player is João Felix, who I know is good. He's very good. He's only scored 95 goals in 217 appearances. That's only a goal every other game. Well, there is confirmation then that we do have Atletico Madrid in the semi-final. Also, Franco Di Matteo, 10 hours of football without scoring a goal, scores 2 in the Europa League. He's also on form. Also, I take the plaudits because at half-time I shouted at people, I changed up the formation, we scored 3 goals in the second half. I'm officially the best manager ever. Don't question it. And because obviously the Atletico Madrid match, things have been rearranged once again, which means... next episode then, what are we going to do? Do we do Atletico Madrid and Atletico Madrid? Because the league is basically done at this point, isn't it? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games left to play in the league. We are too far away, realistically, from Europe. It's just going to have to be the Europa League, isn't it? That is what we're going to focus on, so that is what we're going to do in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2020 with Newcastle United. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time with the Europa League semi-final. And weirdly, I'm optimistic, which makes a change. I'm normally not optimistic in these situations. I will see you next time.